Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Happy Harvest Homestead. Today we're going to be selling our Nigerian dwarf dairy goat breeding buck, Kili. It's not because he has become aggressive or anything like that. We have loved having a buck as part of our goat herd. It is so much easier to breed our does. Before Kili was born, we had to take our girls off of the farm and use a rented buck, and that was just a huge hassle. We had to drive a long way and pay a lot of money. But then we had this baby boy born, and then his mom died, so then all our other does weren't related to him very much, so we could breed him to everyone else. So we raised him up and kept him, and he's been breeding, and it's been great. But through the natural evolution of how goat herds work, now a lot of the does who are not full grown yet, but who will be part of our forever herd and will be growing up and being bred, are his daughters, and we're hoping to keep even more of his daughters, so keeping him as a breeding buck forever is not the best option. And we've learned that having a juvenile buckling who has just approached breeding age versus a fully adult, fully crazy, fully weird, fully stinky adult goat buck are two very different things. Last breeding season, keeping a buck was a lot easier than this breeding season. He's gotten not aggressive, but just very buck-like, and that's not something we really enjoy in an animal. But there is still quite a bit of love and fondness towards him because he was one of the first two ever baby goats born on our farm. They were twins. They were small, they were super cute. Our first exposure to newborn baby goats and our first birth, and we got to raise them and play with them. So he holds a very special place in our hearts. So selling him isn't going to be as easy, as like we bought this adult buck who we don't have any like love or connection to, and then we're selling him again. No, this guy is like part of our farm, and we've loved him and put effort into him and trained him and dewormed him and took care of him. So the bond there is more than a usual buck might be. But that notwithstanding, we do have to sell him because he's too related to our does. Thankfully, he's going to some friends of ours who just got a couple goats, so we know he's going to be well looked after and cared for, and they're going to be friends of ours, so we can like visit him or get pictures of him, so we have a good relationship with the people who are taking him. But we're going to get him ready today and drive him up to his new home. Come on, sir. Alright. Come on, Kili. Wow, your apron's off. What do you think? You ready to come out? You might just tie him to the fence or something. As we get ready. And down. Good boy. Alright, sir. Come on. Jump up. Jump up, sir. Or could you like lift him in real quick? You're gonna get grabbed.
Graceful.
That was very toss-like. Which is understandable though, because he smells so bad. What do you think, sir? You ready to go bye-bye? Goodbye, Kili.
Goodbye, Kili.
You've been a good buck. Done your job. Been nice. You were a cute baby. And a good experience. But I'm not really sad to see you go, because you're getting annoying and superfluous. He's like, what's happening to me? This is his first time in a vehicle of any kind. But, well, like, that's moving. Bye, Kili! Bye! Aww. He's gone. I'm gonna miss him now. When he was here, So I let the goats into the barn tonight, and it was weird not having Kili be one of them running in. It's definitely gonna have some getting used to. Though his new owners have sent pictures and have said he is adjusting great and they love him and think he's super cute, and they said he's not as stinky as they thought, so I guess that's good. So our farm is now buckless, and we may stay like this for quite a while actually. We have all of our does bred, and we don't have to breed anybody else until spring. That would be Daisy and Violet, the two doelings from last spring. They'll be a year old this next spring. We'll breed them for fall babies as their first freshening. But we've had a good development happen from whenever we had no buck before to now. Is we've had some new neighbors move in recently, well, maybe like a few months or maybe like 6 months ago or something. They also have a homestead and they have a good sized goat operation and they have several bucks. We talked to them and they said we can borrow their buck so we could just take our does over and get them bred. So we may just be without a buck for a while and use our neighbor's buck for all of our breedings. So it may be more of a homestead community affair than a sustainability affair. And honestly, at this point, that's okay with us. We have not enjoyed having a buck as much as we thought it would be okay. Free-ranging them made it a lot easier, but their natural and understandable buck behaviors are just not conducive to our situation as much as we thought they would be. It gets our dogs riled up when they're chasing the goats and trying to breed them, and then we have these little baby girls who are just having their first heats, who he's chasing all the time, and they can't get away from him, and they can't even sleep at night, and it's just weird. So we've somewhat enjoyed having Kili for the benefits he's brought, but we also are happy to not have him. And maybe we'll buy a buckling in the future who's not related to anybody and be sustainable 100% again with our own breeding buck. But for now, we're happy to just rely on our super awesome neighbors. Thanks for watching.